What's up guys, welcome back to another video, hope you're all doing well today. Welcome back to some TRACKDAYR. Now I can't lie, I've been neglecting this game over the last couple of weeks. I've not been checking the Discord or anything like that. I loaded up the game last night, I thought I'd scroll over to bikes, see if there's anything weird and wonderful being made at all, and I see a prototype section here. So I'm like, okay, you've definitely piqued my interest there. So we click on prototype, and we've got a standard one and we've got an MX one. All very suspicious, blank profile. I click on it, and when it eventually loads, you'll see what I've seen, which is looking pretty nuts. Look at this! How cool's that? A little three-wheeler with motocross tyres on it. So rather than the standard motocross stuff that we usually do, I'm going to be changing it up a little bit today. And we actually have a new track as well. And we go over here, we've got Andy's MX, which is another new one that I didn't know was put into the game. So maybe I just need to take a couple of weeks off at a time from this, because I just get some new weird and wonderful content every single time. So my idea is, first we're going to try this. Can you call it a bike anymore at this point? We're going to try this trike out now, see how it is to play with, and try this track out as well. Oh, that sounds pretty naughty. Okay, liking this already. Let's keep it on track. Keep it on track. There we go. Oh, she's drifting. She's got a lot of power. Right. I think throttle control is going to be a thing here. Hopefully, we can like steer this thing. I keep going to go to say bike. Hopefully, we can steer this thing with the back end a little bit and just drift around the track. This is actually really sick. I don't. Is this a real thing? Like, do these sorts of vehicles exist at all? I mean, you guys are always much more knowledgeable than me. Please do let me know, because I imagine this would be a hell of a fun thing to drive IRL. You just got to have the worry about tipping the bloody thing over. Oh my god, it's very fast, but my god, the back end is so skatey. Suspension, not very bueno, but that's to be expected. It's not like it's got proper front forks like a motocross bike does. I think I'll probably do a couple laps around this track on this bad boy, just to get a feel for it, because I have, in my mind at least, I'm thinking there's no possible way that you can clear all the jumps normally on this thing. Like, on the limit, I'm constantly having to like counter steer. Oh god, oh god. What's it look like in first person as well? Should we change that real quick? Oh, look at this! That's so cool. Oh, I think I might actually prefer first person in this than third. Oh my god, okay, suspension's not meant to take that. Oh, I think this is meant for more of the more flat track related stuff, but I did see as I was scrolling through the tracks earlier, there has been a flat track made, so I'm guessing that's what this is made for. I'm telling you, these boys, these TRACKDAYR devs, I think they're on some sort of substances, because the creations that they come up with are very, very weird and wonderful. They're always thinking of different things to put in there. I mean, I've not even seen pictures of this at all. Like, it's a nice surprise. I mean, I've seen pictures before of them putting like mountain bikes and stuff into the game, but I've never seen that come to light. And obviously, where this is it's literally called prototype, I'm guessing that this isn't meant to be the final version by any means. But I like to bring you guys kind of updates on what's being worked on this game more than anything. I wish I could do the same on MX bikes, but as we know, Mr. Proboso's gone on vacation for a few weeks and kind of left us with some much needed updates that haven't been updated. So we've got to go play some other games instead, and luckily for me, TRACKDAYR really does fill that void. So if you are looking to use this, let's just call it a bike for now, if you are looking to use this bike, you're going to have to wait for the next major release, because this is on, I'm assuming, the dev build only. I've seen no major release updates at all. Oh, God, this is so much more fun in first person. Go on, send it! Yo, yeet! Oh, I can't, like, dab the brakes or anything to get the front end tilted down. I'm just kind of looking up at the sky the whole time and hoping that I land it. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I thought I was going to be able to triple that, but I guess not. I don't think I've got the speed to double way through here at all. I generally think if you get a nice smooth run out of some of these corners, you 100% would be able to go through that entire rhythm. Let's go back in third person just so I can see what I'm doing. Just the... Oh, yeah, these camera angles work again on here. Let's stick in this one for now. See how this goes. This is just so weird. I wonder if they've like custom made this model themselves, or it's something that already exists prior to this. But genuinely, if you know what these vehicles are called, yeah, cool. Please do let me know in the comments, because I'd love to go and watch some of these. I imagine these are a good old laugh, and people just drifting absolutely everywhere on them. No idea where they've taken the engine sound from, but the engine sounds very, very saucy. Let me try steering with the back end. There we go. I mean, I can get it out. I just having trouble getting it back in afterwards. Please don't take that out of context, you dirty dirty so-and-sos. Oh, God, right. Round. Oh, God. Once it goes, it really goes. You kind of constantly fighting on this with the analog stick. I don't think I've ever been so twitchy on the stick in my life. As you know, I'm a man who likes his smooth corners, smooth turning. Ooh, I've always been awful in anything more than two wheels, whether it's four wheels or now three wheels. I'm much more of a two-wheel person. I remember way back in the day playing the dirt games. I used to play it with one of my friends, and it kind of, I suppose it shows two contrasting styles of playing versus riding in real life. So, as you guys know, in real life, I hate sand. You know, I much prefer a good hard pack track where I can be nice and smooth on the throttle, really apex the corners and keep as much traction as possible. Whereas he loves sand, you know, he loves just like getting off the back of the bike, letting the bike do everything underneath him and just hold on for dear life. And that kind of translates over because we used to play like 1v1 each other on dirt back in like, it might have even been PS2 days, maybe PS3. I can't remember when the original Dirt came out. But it was essentially like in the old Gymkhana car, essentially. Rest in peace, Ken Block. And there's one track where he would just drift absolutely every single corner. Do it really well, to be fair. But I would always try slowing down, keeping traction and apexing every corner really smoothly, even though that's not what you'd expect to see out of those sorts of cars. And weirdly enough, the lap times always ended up coming out pretty bang on even. So weird for a game like that old to have more than one viable style of driving. But I find it weird that we have that contrast in real life and then the contrast carries over into games as well. Very, very weird. Maybe that goes to show that I used to be an accountant. I like everything nice and precise and calculated. I'm sure there's some sort of method to the madness there. Let's send this bad boy. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. I'm just trying to... Modulating the throttle seems to be one of the hardest things as well. Because there's a very fine line between being right in that good rev range or hitting the limiter and not really moving anywhere. But this is a hell of a lot of fun. I'm going to have to try this out on some different tracks at some point. Oh my God, I've hit a random pothole there. Oh, okay, I think you get the gist. You get the general idea on this this bad boy. But I'm going to quickly go back to the main menu. I'm going to load up the old tried and tested RM250. I'm going to try this track out again and hopefully hit the jumps how you're meant to actually hit them. Yeah, I can't see any other like unique newer tracks that have been released by the guys other than this Utah flat. So I'm guessing it's the same layout as Utah MX, just completely flat terrain to probably work really well with that tricycle thing that I just used. So maybe I should have done it on that track, but I feel like adding some jumps in the mix makes it much more fun. Here we go then, back to the old tried and tested Suzuki 250. Oh, keep it going, keep it going. Keep it going. There we go. Now, apparently there's been a couple of changes to this game. I think more work on just the physics and traction model and in-air stuff. But like I said, I've not touched it in a good few weeks, so it's going to be very interesting to see how the game is now playing. Apparently there's a lot more emphasis on suspension set up now. I think what I've got is probably going to be quite stiff and I'm going to feel every single little bump, but it's absolutely fine. We're not here to set the world alight for this video. We're just here to enjoy the new track and hopefully have some fun. Can we triple this? Step down, dab the brakes. Lovely. Get on the binders. And then we... Oh, okay. This seat bouncing works really well. Holy. Okay. I'm having trouble keeping the front end down. Let's keep it on track. Keep it on track. Keep it on track. There we go. And apparently you can now Oppo whip. Oh, okay. Do not Oppo whip off the face of such a very, very small jump. Noted. I'm going to try and find a big one and see how that goes. Oh, never get bored of that kickstart animation. So lovely. Right, let's try and find... I don't even know if there would be any jumps big enough to Oppo whip on this track. Can I... Oh, that's not coming back round. Okay, I'm going to need a hell of a lot of practice on that and work out how on earth to bring that back round. I'm feeling like... Maybe the Deegan compound needs a visit because there's some big boy booters on that track. I don't think this one's really really too suitable for it. So we're going to scrap that idea. We're going to just ride nice and normally. All right, there we go. Let's get going. Had a little bit of a moment there trying to get going again, but it's all fine. It's all Gucci flip-flop. Now, I want to switch over to first person, actually, because I was enjoying it so much in the old, let's call it the old tuk-tuk. I feel like I should switch over a bit again, but you can see the first person on this is quiet. It's shaky, quite vibratey, which is a little bit off-putting sometimes. They've done a lot of good work in terms of like the corner anticipation, like looking ahead where you're going. It used to be a case you'd get into the corner and you're trying to turn while still looking at the corner, if that makes much sense. I don't know off the top of my head if this is a real track or if it's been custom made by the boys or or what. I'll probably relying on you guys here. I'm sure that there's one of you guys that if this is a real track, you've ridden it IRL, and you can let me know exactly what it is. What should be like some actual famous track that used to be on the AMA calendar or something like that, and I have no idea about it. That'd be quite embarrassing, but really don't care. It's fine. I'm just here. I'm just here to have a bit of fun playing some TRACKDAYR at the end of the day. And it's not that serious. It's not that deep. But I'm not sure what causes all of the vibrating in the first-person camera, because I think if that was eliminated, I'd probably be a first-person main. That is the only reason that I really play in third. That and the whips actually look really, really cool in third person. And I feel like they're a little bit easier to bring back round when you fully know what the bike's doing underneath you. I know on MX bikes, for example, second time I've mentioned a different video game in this video, I do apologise. But yeah, when I'm playing, oh my lord, when I'm playing bikes, every now and then I'll play in third person just because I think the whips look better. I do like, however, crashing in first person on this game. Does adds a little depth of realism to it, gets you a bit more immersed. Not sure if this game's VR compatible at all. I'll have to check that out. I don't have a VR by any means. I've been wanting to because a lot of people have suggested I play MX bikes in VR, but it's one of them things like, do I really want to spend a couple of £100 on a VR headset just to do 1 or 2 MX bikes videos on it? I really don't know. I can't see myself being someone that uses VR all that often outside of MX bikes anyway. But maybe one day. Who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky one year and get it as like a Christmas or a birthday gift. Maybe that'll be the only thing that I get. I'll ask for that one year. We'll see. So I'm feeling like with whatever changes they've made, whether it be to the turning or the in-air stuff and the suspension as well, I feel like the game's been slowed down a bit. It feels like a lot more of a realistic pace that I'm riding at now. I'm not kind of hitting everything absolutely pinned, you know, not having to worry about traction or anything. Like, you do have to slow down a lot more for these corners. I feel like I'm riding more at a bloody pace that I would in real life right now. So whether that's a good or a bad thing, I'm not sure. I'm sure given enough practice, I'd be able to speed things up a little bit. But right now, this is out for a nice casual Sunday ride. Nothing too crazy. Kind of working on my seat bounces a bit. I suppose I need to try and see if actually sitting down does anything, because I'm in the habit of just standing up when trying to preload the suspension, because both on MX Simulator and MX Bikes there's actually no real need to sit down at all. The suspension compresses all the same. But let's try the next jump after this. This is a bit of a roller. Let's try and get a good amount of speed and then sit down. Oh, I mean, I feel like I've got over that further than I have done any other time. And again, sit down, lean forwards. I am slamming on the brake in the air there and leaning forwards, but I feel like I'm doing a bit of a dead sailor. I feel like they've probably adjusted the gyro effect of the acceleration, and they have, yeah, both the acceleration and the brakes in the air aren't as effective as they used to be. I would say maybe make the back wheel gyro a bit more effective, like on the brakes. This is a second time I've kind of jumped down the side of this. Jesus, let's get back on. You know what I mean? When if you dab the back brake in real life, it has quite a big effect. Whereas I'm doing it in the air right now, and it's not really tipping the front end down at all. Oh my god! Okay, you can lean over too far as well. That's good to know. But yeah, they've. I like that they've changed it so if you just like get on the throttle hard in the air and lean back, you don't just instantly turn into like a backflip. I think that is true to life. I feel like your back end, your front end doesn't rise that much getting on the throttle. It does a little bit, but not loads. But maybe make it so the brake's a little bit more effective. That'd be quite nice. I am enjoying this track though. It feels really nice and flowy, nice and fluid. And once you get the lines down, you should be able to clear all the jumps as well. Might even be a track that is worthy of the 450. I think some of these jumps are definitely a bit of a stretch on the 2, like that one right there. I feel like I was going fairly fast. So yeah, I might need to revisit on the 4 fatties at one point. Maybe try out 1 or 2 of the other motocross tracks on the old tricycle. And I think pretty solid update so far. I mean, I've not been keeping up closely at all for the last few weeks. I've just been a very busy man, going away, playing a bunch of MX bikes with the whole Supercross season in full swing, so not been paying too much attention. But it seems like the guys are still working very, very hard on improving their game and adding loads of fun little quirky things in there. So whenever the next major update may be, you guys might get to use the old tricycle as well. But I think that'll do it from me today. A little bit of a shorter video, but I am a little bit pressed for time. I do apologise. I'm going out later tonight, and then I've got to go to the gym after that as well. I am on that gym grind. I know I've kind of focusing now on like a push-pull leg split with maybe a day rest in between. I just usually see how the muscles feel after the leg day. But that'll do it from me. If you've enjoyed this video, as always, if you could drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, I would greatly appreciate it. Have a lovely rest of the day. Oh my god, whatever it is that you're up to. And I'll catch you in tomorrow's video. Peace.